If someone doesn't do it, I say, hey, do you want to work here? I mean, if it happens consistent, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Do you want to work here? Or usually I'll say, did you not know what to do? Pretty aggressively, though. Did you not know what to do? And they're like, no, I did. I just chose not to.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is the expectations. I think you're a great guy. But if you do that again, we're going to have some issues. So let's not have issues. You're a great guy. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Don't do that at home.
Yeah.
And so anybody who's an alpha entrepreneur, man or woman, we've all made the mistake. So what I want to get into is, and I don't want to, ever mention your, specifics unless you want to, but what do you say, the same situation? So at work, it's very, if it's not a clean bathroom, we have a problem here.
Yeah.
If at home you come home and it's not a clean bathroom, family needs a place to like relax and not be on Showtime, right? We need a place where we're not. That's why a lot of celebrities crash. They're always on Showtime.
Yeah.
So what advice would you have? What kind of thing would you say to maybe, would you encourage someone to say to their spouse or their family if the room's not clean at home, whereas at work, what would you say if the room's not clean, so to speak?
Well, I'll get to that, but first I want to talk about my move.
Okay.
My move is I have my man cave, and my family knows that when I come home, we don't barrage dad or husband with a bunch of problems or issues until he's had his 30 minutes just downtime, quiet time, read. I just maybe listen to some music. I just relax.
Okay.
And I just kind of empty my mind, if you will, of stuff.
But you've had this conversation. You've said, hey, from henceforth, I'd like to have at least a 30-minute decompression.
Yeah, just give me a little window here. Okay. Don't pound on me when I come in the front door. Don't catch me when I'm pulling in the driveway and, Billy stole my, mom, da. And so I just remembered a funny story right then. I'll get to her in a second. But so, that was my move, was just quiet time. And I think a lot of it is because, my businesses when I was doing, a lot of it's I'm not sitting in a cubicle just by myself. I mean, I've got people around me. Everybody's trying to get my time and attention throughout the day. And so I'm always constantly dealing and talking and people and issues and problems. And so I just, that time just of nobody has access to me. Nobody's talking to me. Nobody is just my little bubble. I'm in my little bubble for a little bit. And then I come out of my bubble. I come out of my man cave, and I have transformed. And from that question, I'm from a man, bear, pig. Is that what it was, Marshall?
Man, bear, pig.
Man, bear, pig, yeah. And that's the thing, by the way. I've transformed from that into this sweet, loving, kind Poppy, as my kids call me. So
I want to ask you about the story because you did the whole foreshadowing thing where you said it reminds me of a story. I have to know the story. What's the story?
Well, years ago, when before cell phones, really, I had a pager. I was important because a pager on your hip meant you were important. Yeah. Excuse me. I have to check my pager. So, and one day I'm at work and my pager goes off. And it's a voice message. So I go to the phone, I pick up the phone, and I tick, and I listen to it. And it's my daughter. And at the time she is, this would have been, she's like 3. And she leaves this emotional weeping message on my thing about how her mother, my wife, was not treating her well, was being mean to her. It just ripped my little heart out. So as soon as I was done listening to the message, I hung up and I called home. And I got my wife on the phone. I said, oh my gosh, what's going on with Bridget? And she was like, what are you talking about? I said, well, she just called, left me a message. She goes, oh my gosh. Yeah, she wanted another cookie and I wouldn't give it to her. So, I mean, it's like, I'm like, oh, she made it sound, she sold me on this idea that I thought her mom had her like in chains down in the basement or something.
Yeah.
And the fact she even knew my pager number, we didn't even know. She knew it. She knew how to leave a message. It was kind of that's what I was thinking about.
I just know that for me, we have 5 kids, and I know my kids will joke with us, but we have like these ducks, and I always pick them up, and I'm always holding the ducks and kind of petting the ducks, and it's like 2 different personalities, and I wouldn't call it fake. I would just call it appropriate.
Yeah.